Sydney. It's Sydney Island here. That's Island with a Y, not an S. And I am back. I started to make this video. I was, going live. And then I thought, do I really want to do this? Do I really want to talk about this? Is this really what I want to talk about? Because of the programming. Your parents pretty much program you to feel guilty or nervous to do things that you really want to do sometimes. And I mean, at the end of the day, you can't blame them, you know because parents are parents, you know what I'm saying, and they're human at the end of the day. But I want to release this anger that I have towards my parents, because you get to a point where you say to yourself, I just really want to let it go. Like, I really just want to let it go. Like, how long can a person stay angry? How long can a person stay disappointed? How long can a person allow themselves to be hurt by someone? And that's my thoughts. I can't continue to be hurt anymore. I can't continue to allow somebody to hurt me. I can't continue to give somebody that kind of power over my emotions. This is so much better lighting. I have a serious glare on my glasses. There comes a time in an adult's life where they have to say, you know what, my parents did as best as they could. They did as best as they could. But now it's time for me to do me. They did as best as they could, and it's time for me to forgive them for all the things that they couldn't do and all the things that they didn't say. And also accept that they're human too. Kids, we hold our parents up to a certain standard. And when our parents do something, we're like, oh, how dare you, because we expect so much from our parents, especially as kids, because we literally see our parents as like superheroes. And they are. But they're also human. Superheroes are still human at the end of the day. Superman is still a man, and Wonder Woman is still a woman. And they all have backstories and things that make them weak, things that make them, traumatized. I mean, your parents, they only try, they only do what they only do as good as they have been, raised to do. Does that make sense? Like, a lot of the times when your parents is lacking in a certain area, it's because they just weren't taught to do, to do better. You know what I'm saying? They just didn't see that from their parents. So then it kind of trickles down, and, they don't do it for you. But I'm making this video because I really do want to release my anger, and I want to inspire other people to release their anger towards their parents. And I'm making this video not to say that I have gotten over it, and not to say that I'm above it, because I'm literally in the process of healing from, certain pain. I'm in the process of healing from the past. And it's easier said than done. It's so much easier said than done. I thought it'd be so much easier. I thought it'd be so easy to just like, I wouldn't say I thought it would be easy, but I kind of knew it would be hard. But yeah. And it's not just only towards your parents, it's towards just people in your life in general. And anybody in your past who've ever hurt you, is about that too. Releasing from the hurt. Because when you allow people to continue to hurt you, you allow them to have power over you. And I don't want people to have power over me anymore. Like, I'm about to turn 27 next month. Shout out to all the Tauruses out there. I turned 27 in April, and I'm growing up, and I really want better for myself. I really want better for myself than to continue to hold on to hurt that has lived and hopefully died, hopefully will die soon, you know? And like I said, it's easier said than done. But releasing from hurt is, I think, is the hardest thing to release from. But you have to remember that pain and hurt is the great educators. Pain and hurt teaches you a lot. And my pain and my hurt has taught me a lot. If things were always rainbow and sunshine, you wouldn't learn anything. And so you have that resentment towards your parents, and you're like, you did this to me. You're the reason why I have all this trauma. And you're the reason why I have anger problems. And you're the reason why I have so much anxiety. And you're the reason why I get so stressed out so easy. And, we blame our parents for a lot of stuff. And although it may be that that's the truth, you do at some point have to say, okay, but what did we learn from that? What did we learn from the pain that our parents inflicted on us? What did we learn? I learned from the pain that has been inflicted on me from my parents that I deserve complete and total blissful love, that I deserve to be respected. And so here on out, that's something that I'm always manifesting in my future relationships, whether that be romantic relationships or friendships or the boss employee type of relationship. No matter what, after everything that I've been through, I'm always making it a point to manifest people in my life that respect me and cherish me in ways that I always wanted for my mother to do but didn't. And I feel a little bit hesitant to even mention her in my lives because she's had so much of a hold over me for so long, and over just even my content. Like, don't be doing this in your videos, don't post that. You know what I'm saying? And I always felt like, claustrophobic. Like, damn, like I really feel like wasn't able to express myself. For sure, wait, for me, I tried to make sure my wife has a voice because my mother didn't have one in our household. That's deep. That's really deep. It makes you wonder, because I'm not married. I don't even have a freaking boyfriend yet. So it really makes me think, like for people that I want to manifest, like for future partners that I want to manifest, and for my husband that want to manifest, like I would love it if my husband had that mentality, if he had the mentality of, you know what, I saw how suppressed my mom was. She never got a word out. So I'm going to make sure that you get a word out and that you get to express how you feel to our children. That's deep. I like that. I respect that. I respect that trait. And now I'm thinking I gotta manifest that in my future husband, dear future husband. You know what I'm saying? I gotta manifest that. Thanks for that. Thanks for that. I was really hesitant to do this live. Like I started doing it and then I turned it off. I got like I kind of panicked a little bit, and I thought about how my mom would feel, because older people, when you tell them that you have a YouTube channel and you talk about this, that, and the third on your channel, and they say, oh, and you tell them, oh, I mention my parents every now and then. I mention traumas. I mention what I go through. And then they're like, oh, you shouldn't do that. That's dangerous. You may hurt your mom. You may hurt your parents. You may hurt your family, blah, blah, blah. And pretty much making it all about everybody but the person whose channel it is. And I realized, hold on, that's my name on this channel. That's my name right there with 4,000 subscribers next to it. That's me. This is my work. And this is my story. This is my channel, therefore it's my story. And it's not right for somebody else to have a say over what I can and can't say in my story. And so I'm still battling. I'm still battling with being able to speak, just speak my mind about certain things without feeling guilty. Because for a big majority of my life, I've been gaslit, like major gaslighting. Like, you're not good enough. You can't never do nothing right. You don't care about anything. Oh, I see you just don't care. Oh, I knew you didn't care. Like, to me, it's like manipulation, because who could be so much of a sociopath that they just don't care about anything? Like, let's just be real. And then to manipulate a child into feeling that they're a sociopath and that they just have no heart and that they don't care. When you see this person crying all the damn time, like, you see how empathetic this person really is, you see how sensitive this person really is, yet you keep telling them you don't care about anything. You just don't care about anybody but yourself. You don't care about nothing. You just so trifling. You can't do nothing right. And then to think that that's helpful to the growth of a child. And then to think that that's somehow going to make the child miraculously this strong, caring being. It's just lack of awareness, you know? Because if that didn't work for you as a kid, when your mom told you that you weren't good enough, why would you say it to your own kid? If it hurt you for people to point fingers at you, for your parents to point fingers at you and be like, you can't do nothing right, and here you go, and I blame you for this. You did this. You the reason why I'm this way. And that hurt you to your freaking core. You're like distraught. And then you say, huh, well, when I have kids, I'm gonna point my fingers at my kids. What, for revenge against your parents? To somebody that didn't do anything to you? I always wonder. I question a lot, you know. I question a lot. And I've spent many, many years trying to understand my parents, trying to understand my dad, trying to understand how he can procreate and make three daughters and never not even want to communicate with them. How can you procreate and create three human beings and then not even want to talk to them? Like, treat them as if they never even existed. I don't understand that, Dad. Where you at, Dad? You watching this live, motherfucker? You watching this live? What's up? How you doing? How you been? Got any guilt? Got any remorse for being an absent dad? And then I don't even want to get on the topic of my mom. I don't even want to go into deep detail, because I literally have been told so many times, like, don't talk about me on your channel. Don't say this about me. And when people do that, it only makes you want to talk about it more, because then it makes you feel like, okay, well, you're trying to take away my rights. Well, then let me show you how much rights I do have. And that's how rebellious kids are born, from overly strict parents. That's what they say. Rebellious kids are born from super duper strict parents. And it's true. I wouldn't say that, like, my mom was like the most strict parent on the planet. Like, she did let us, like, do things, but there was a certain level of, like a hold on us, like, I definitely was sheltered as a kid, you know? And you get it, because the world is a scary place, and your parents are only trying to really protect you, which is completely understandable. But at the same time, while they're trying to protect you, they're also hurting you. They're also suppressing you and stunting your growth. It's always like that. It's one or the other. It's either you be a hovercraft parent and you give your child smotherly love, and then they're protected from all the harshness of the world, and they say, oh, I had a good childhood, I didn't have to deal with neighborhood bullies and getting my ass beat every day, like, my childhood was great. and but then you grow up and you're like, yeah, but, like, there's so much missing. Like, I didn't have my first kiss until I was so and so age. I was a little old when I lost my virginity, and stuff like that, because you were so sheltered, you know and then you feel like, damn, like, it's just so much I don't know because I was so sheltered. And then you have a hunger for, like, the real world, and then it causes you to kind of wreak havoc and be crazy because you're just so desperate for, like, knowledge about the world, that you just go out there and you go a little crazy. And that's what I did when I went off to college. I was like, I've been suppressed for so long. I just want to have experience. And you get out there, you just do dumb shit, and then yeah, you experience some trauma because all because your parents was trying to stop you from experiencing trauma as a child, that you go on and do some crazy shit, and then you end up experiencing trauma as an adult. And that's what happened to me. Because my childhood, I wouldn't say it was traumatic, in the sense of like me getting my ass beat or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it was traumatic in the sense of like seeing my mom suffer from lupus disease and, by herself with three kids by herself, and fearing that, okay, what if she passes away? Who's going to take care of us then? It was kind of like that was the trauma for me, you know. But the fact of the matter is, parents, you can't stop your child from getting burned by life. Life is going to burn you sometimes, no matter what. You cannot prevent your child from getting hurt. It's a part of life to get hurt. It's not realistic to think, I'm going to protect my child and protect my child and protect my child to a point where they will never, ever, ever be traumatized. Yeah, you're right. They won't be traumatized. They won't be traumatized by the outside world, but they will be traumatized by you. If you put somebody in a box their whole life in an attempt to protect them, you're traumatizing them. Yeah. And it really does stunt their social development. It really does. It stunts their social development. So I think the best way to release anger towards your parents is to have empathy towards them, and to acknowledge that these motherfuckers, they human. You know what I'm saying? Just like you. And when you become a parent, and some of you may be parents already, I'm not a parent. When you become a parent, you'll realize like, okay, I kind of get it, you know? But there's some things I will never get that parents do. Like tell your kid, don't do that because, it's a scary world out there. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, don't reach for your dreams because you may fail. Parents do that a lot. Parents do that a lot. They're like, don't do that. I don't want you to do that with your career because you may not succeed in it. Well, maybe that's a risk I'm willing to take, you know? So for me, I'm always making it a point to strive for my dreams and to never stop, regardless of what parents may say. You know what I mean? But back to the anger of parents. I would say the thing that makes me the most angry when it comes to just parenting and what I have gone through is just the lack of voice. Feeling like no matter what I say, I'm always like looked at like I'm crazy, or looked at like I'm a monster, or looked at like I'm a villain, looked at like I'm the bad guy, you know? But you also have to not look at your parents like they're the bad guy too, you know? Yeah, man, that's deep. Yeah, yeah. Releasing anger. Put in the comments if any of y'all have issues with anger towards your parents. I've noticed that a lot of people who have to live with their parents for a longer period of time, they develop that resentment towards their parents more than people who are able to like move out and like get married and have kids and stuff like that. The people who were able to, the people who had lived with their parents up until like, when they're in their adult years, they're the ones that have a tendency to like develop this anger towards their parents, because then they start noticing patterns about their parents that they didn't notice when they were kids. I think that for anybody's sanity as an adult, I think that it's really best for you to try your hardest to be self sufficient and to be independent so that you won't need to rely on your parents. So your parents won't be able to have that hold on you. Yeah. And I was reading this Tumblr post that said it's okay to have mixed feelings about your parents. It's okay to feel like, whoa, like my parents are great. Like they nurtured me, they took care of me. But when it comes to the emotional support area, lacking. A lot of times it's like that. But I guess I want to be the type of mother that I can provide materially and financially for my child, but also provide emotional support and emotional comfort for my child. Because they're not going to forget. They're not going to forget all the times that you made them feel like their emotions was invalid. They're not going to forget. Yeah. I don't know if there's anything else I want to talk to about that. Like, talk about with this. Um, because even at first I wasn't even gonna do it. I just love my twist, y'all. Anyways, at first I wasn't even gonna, make this video. So I'm proud of myself for getting 20 minutes in. But yeah. The relationship with your parents will definitely also affect your romantic relationships, you know? That's also a thing. So you gotta release that anger so that you don't get into a relationship and get attitude with your man and be like, you just like my daddy, you just like my mama. You definitely don't want to bring that energy into your relationships. So I'm definitely going to work on letting go of my anger towards my parents so that I don't be in a relationship with my man being like, "Ugh, I don't like how you just ate your food like that. The way you eat your food, you just remind me of my mama. I don't like that." You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely important to release that anger. Release, release, release that anger from your mama. Sing it, girl. Release that anger from your daddy. Release, release, release. Yeah. Like so proud of myself. I'm like evolving and shit. Like I'm doing so much better than what I used to do when I was younger. No more gaslighting for me. No more gaslighting for me, boo boo. Mm-mm. We healing. We healing from the pain. And I'm gonna tell you a little story before I leave because I'm gonna end this live in maybe about 10 minutes. I'm gonna tell you a story. Just recently, I was in my mother's room and I was talking to her, and I was having a conversation with my mom, and she'll just like have a tone, you know, and it'll be like a tone, and she'll say one thing, and it'll last for like this long, a quick little moment, but I'm triggered, like I'm really triggered to the point where I'm angry, and I'm like, okay, okay. Let's see how it is. We need to I'm gonna keep my distance for the next couple of days. You know what I'm saying? And I felt really angry. Angrier than I expected to feel. I didn't even know that I was that angry until I got in my room and I started talking to myself about it. Like, how did that make you feel, Sydney? That pissed you off, didn't it? It triggered a lot of childhood trauma. It triggered a lot of memories of childhood gaslighting, didn't it? Triggered a lot of the days when guilt was instilled in you on a regular basis, where you were conditioned to feel bad about who you was, and conditioned to feel bad about your opinion, and conditioned to feel bad when you stand up for yourself, when you get tired of the disrespect. Yeah, it triggered a lot of the past and all the things from your past that has made you feel miserable, that has made you feel suppressed, that has made you feel insecure. And then I decided, but I don't want to be mad no more. I've been mad for so long and I don't want to be mad no more. I want to be free of this anger. I want to heal. Because a lot of the times when you hold anger towards people, it's like you start to make decisions based on that anger. And those decisions can be too good. I don't want to do that. Like, I want to be better. Like, I really do. Like, I don't want to be mad, but I stay mad. I stay mad. When it comes to your parents, it takes years to release that anger. And I don't assume that I'm just going to get over it within the next couple of weeks. I do feel like I can heal from it within the next couple of months, but it's still going to take time. I feel like it may not even be until I'm about to be 27, so it may not be until I'm like 32 that I finally am able to come to terms with the gaslighting and the manipulating and the judging and the condemning and the little cocky attitudes like I'm so much smarter than you, I'm so much better than you, all of that. Parents do that where they're like, "Ugh, I'm older so I'm better than you, I'm older so I'm smarter than you, there's nothing you can teach me, shut your mouth." I hate that. I hate it. That's one of the things I've always hated. Like, damn, you think I can't teach you nothing? You think I'm just dumb? I've always been triggered by that. Always been triggered by that. So I'm coming on here to talk about the anger. And to be honest, I don't think I'm going to heal from it overnight. I know I'm not going to heal from it overnight. I think it's going to take me maybe a year, maybe 2 years to finally like get over the anger. But I'm proud of myself because I'm coming on here to say that I'm healing from this shit. I'm going to release this hurt. I'm not going to be a hurt soul anymore. I'm not going to be the victim. I'm going to take ownership of my emotions and my feelings and take control of my life. And finally just accept that, you know, you can't control people. And accept who my parents have been and how they've treated me. And accept that they're always going to be that way. And that's okay. Because you don't have to deal with it. So, yeah, I think that's all I have for today. Give this video a thumbs up. Share this video with your friends. And I hope you all hello, Master Glam. How are you doing? I was just about to end this live because I didn't think because you know when the numbers up here it says 0, but it's actually not 0 people in the chat. That's weird. I don't know. It must be a technology thing. But anyways, how y'all been liking this live? Thank you for the thumbs up. Is there any questions that y'all have for me? Any questions, any comments, please feel free to say, hey, Sid, I hated your video and you suck. Feel free to say that if that's how you feel. Honestly, don't say that. I'm funny. I'm actually really fucking funny. You ever just make a joke and then have to laugh and be like, man, I'm fucking hilarious. It happens to me quite a bit. Are you from the islands? No. No, actually I'm not. Why do you ask me that? Or your parents? No, actually. It sounds like it, don't it? It sounds like you got a strict Jamaican mama. No, actually, I don't. I'm from America. I'm American. I'm an African American. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Maryland, Baltimore to be exact. Baltimore, be more. Yeah, I'm from Baltimore. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. But I grew up in the suburbs, in Tennessee, not in Maryland. But I was born in Maryland and I lived in Maryland until I was 9. So I was about 9 years old. And then I moved to Tennessee with my family, obviously, because you can't move out of state as a little kid by yourself. This is not Home Alone. But yeah, moved to Tennessee when I was like 9 years old, and yeah, I've been here ever since. So yeah, I got that suburban kind of raising, you know. So it kind of, I feel like I'm glad that we left Baltimore because I got that suburban kind of treatment, which kind of softened. Like I feel like the suburbs will soften you. Let's put it that way. You said, okay, I was hearing a little accent with certain, what was that, gourds? I'm Haitian, so I was curious. Oh, certain words. What? Really? What accent? Well, let me not act like I don't know, because I know I have accent. I'm from Maryland, you know. But some people say I have an accent. I don't feel like I have, I don't know. It just depends on who's listening. It just depends on who's listening. Like I'm black. I'm from Maryland. Like, and I have definitely covered up my accent a lot over the years because when I first came to Tennessee, nobody knew what the fuck I was saying. They was like, "Mother, what's mother?" I'm like, I mean, my mama or my mom, my mother. But me, I'm saying mother, father. When I say on, people like on instead of on. I say on. Instead of saying sure, I say sure. And so I have a certain accent on certain words, but like I cover up my accent sometimes because I feel like some people won't know what I'm saying. So yeah, I speak more clearly for my audience, and I just speak more clearly in life in general. Yes, I'm from Florida, so I hear wait, I have an accent all the time. On top of that, my family is Haitian. Oh, I had a friend who was from Florida, and she did have like a certain kind of accent. That Florida accent is kind of hard to describe. It's like hard to like mimic. Yeah, I really couldn't do that. I can't mimic that Florida accent. That's something different. Something different. That's way far from like where I'm from. I gotta pee. You always have to pee. But anyways, do y'all relate to holding on to anger towards your parents? The thing that really hurts is that you love your parents. You love them to death, and if they were to die, you'd be crushed. But it's like it's just a really weird relationship. Like I feel like I have a really weird relationship with my mom. And I've tried to talk to her about it and open up to her about it, but I feel like I've always been judged and shunned and just being like, there's nothing wrong with our relationship. You're being dramatic, you know? You know how parents can be. I'm 32 and just getting over issues with my parents. Oh, it's gonna take me that dang long. Is it really? Is it gonna take me that dang long to get over this? I said 32 too, didn't I? Yeah. So what are you getting over with your parents? Like what is it that you feel like you're finally like getting over with your parents? What was it that your parents did that made you feel like, "Oh snap, I'm hurt and now I got to heal?" That's a good question, Sid. Oh my gosh, give yourself a pat on the back. Oh my god, yay. I'm so silly, y'all. I can't help it. I really can't. And then when the sun is out, I get even more silly. Is it just me? I know it can't just be just me. I gotta pee like so daggone bad. I need to. I was about to say I need to start peeing before I go live, but I did. It's our parents and our perception that makes us feel we have issues. Yeah, yeah. I think it's just like for me the biggest issue with people and their parents. This is I'm speaking from my experience and from like my peers is that parents really do be hurting us and be dismissing our pain. And then when we want to talk about it, they'll be like, "You're delusional. I never hurt you. I'm the perfect mom." That's the thing that really hurts. That's the thing that really not only does it hurt, it also pisses you off. And you're just like, damn, like we can't talk about nothing. No wonder I didn't tell you when I lost my virginity. My dad's a pastor, been heavily involved in church since I was born. I always felt ignored, like I needed more affection and a masculine leader. I can relate to that. I mean, I never had a masculine leader because I never really had a dad like that. He said my Chiron is in Cancer, so there's that. Okay, I have a Lilith in Cancer, so I can relate. I can relate. And I think also my Lilith in Cancer. Go watch my video on Lilith in Cancer. It's called Lilith in Cancer, the Black Sheep. Go watch that video. And I go into real deep, like real deep explanation about people who feel like the black sheep, and people who have Lilith in Cancer have issues with like their mom. And sex was a big thing for me, like my parents teaching me about it. You mean like your parents didn't teach you about sex? Or like what? What's that? I gotta pee so daggone bad, y'all. I hate having to pee. I hate it. I'm about to pee real quick, if that's okay with y'all. I will be back. I think I watched it, but I'll rewatch. Thank you. Thank you. I always appreciate the views. Okay. And I've really enjoyed making that video. Okay, hello. But I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'm gonna pee and I'm gonna be back in like 50 seconds. I'm back. I'm back and I'm better than ever. Okay, so I was sitting on the toilet. Okay. Yes, my dad asked me if I was a virgin when I was like 21. Oh, that's the age I lost my virginity. Hold on. It's disappearing. Hold on. Yeah, okay, like really, Dad? I just always felt alone, like I needed a man. I wish I knew about STDs, catching feelings, etc. You said it, sis. If you're a sis, you said it, sis. If you're a bro, you said it, bro. That's a little of what I wish they explained to me instead of saying just don't do it. Oh yeah. Yeah, I feel like I never really got the lessons about sex either. Like I was just like what like first of all, what do you do when you're really, really horny, but you also you want to wait for like the right one? Like that was me. Like I feel like it was a mixture. I wanted to lose my virginity like really bad, but I also wanted to wait for the right one. Is my eczema breaking out on my eyes? Because I feel like my this eye looks really weird right now. I think my eczema is breaking out on one of these eyes. It's weird. I don't know. I got some nasty ass grapes, you guys. I bought these grapes and they taste horrible. The elemental, that's how I feel now. Yeah, it's like you want to lose your like okay, I lost my virginity when I was 21, right? But I wanted to have lost it earlier at that age. Like around that time I felt like, why am I still a virgin? I'm 21. I need to lose my virginity. It's taking me too long to like have sex, blah blah blah. And then loving the authenticity. Thank you. What's your name? Gaunch. Thank you. Yes, I was pregnant at 27 and shamed for it basically. Oh, damn. You was shamed for being. Damn. Well, because I was unmarried, I think my whole ideology of life just differs from my parents. And it's good that it does. It's good that your ideology differs from your parents. You know, parents a lot of the times want you to. Oh, your name is Yasmin. I like that name. That's pretty. A lot of the times your parents want you to think like them. And so I feel like it's really good that if you don't. I feel like it's really good if you think differently than your parents. Because it shows that like you couldn't be molded and that you couldn't be manipulated. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the times we hate to admit it, but the truth is, as much as we love mommy and daddy can be very fucking manipulative. Okay? Can we just acknowledge that for like 2.5 seconds? Okay. Your parents are great. They provide for you. They give you an amazing Christmas. They give you amazing Thanksgivings. They cook for you. They give you all the gifts you ever wanted on Christmas Day. But then when you come to them crying, saying, yo, I was molested, or yo, I don't know what to do about sex, or yo, my friends just treated me like crap, or yo, I'm feeling depressed. Oh, yo, I feel suicidal. They'll be like, you're just being dramatic. The same parents that gave you a great Christmas. Yeah. Yeah. That's why we traumatized. That's why we all traumatized. That is why we all traumatized. That's why we all got trust issues. Because the same people that gave you the world, as they say, the world, are the same people that shut you down when you were at your worst. So that's where my anger comes from. Is when I'm in a really, really horrible situation, right? Not right now. This is the past. When I was in a really, really horrible situation and I was in a hotel, you know, and I didn't have anywhere to go. I was like, I can't live my life like this. I'm in this dinky hotel. It's creepy. It's uncomfortable. It's like crackheads everywhere. Like, because I left home because I just couldn't take it anymore. And you're talking to your mom and you're like, yo, mom, where do I go from here? I need help. And instead of just simply helping you and saying, damn, that's a really messed up situation to be in, let me see what I can do to like help you out of it, or at least encourage you. Instead they're just like, remember that thing you did 5 years ago? Remember that stupid thing that you did 5 years ago? It pissed me off and we need to talk about it right now while we're on the phone. and you're in this dinky hotel suffering and struggling and vomiting because your acid reflux is so bad because you're so stressed that your acid reflux is like exacerbated because you're stressed and you don't know where to go. And you're homeless now, you don't have anywhere to go. And you're literally like, yo, mom, like, I'm vomiting. I'm about to be homeless. I don't have any money. What the fuck? Like, what do I do? Help me. And mom's like, so I don't like that you did this when you were 21 years old. And it just makes me so angry. And you're like, thanks. Get off my phone. Literally. And I sat on that phone, literally trying to plead my case, being like, I'm sorry for what I did when I was 21, and you're 25 in a whole different environment, a whole different situation. But anyways, let me read y'all comments before I just go way off on a tangent. It's sad they became like their parents in a way. They never had someone to tell them it's okay to feel and be. Yeah. This is the emotional aspect that parents lack in sometimes. I think if you become a mother, you might understand more of what your mother wanted for you, or see how she missed certain things. Damn, I hate that it disappears. And see how she missed certain things because our parents are humans having an experience just like us. And that's very true. Yeah, I always say that. I always think to myself, maybe when I become a mom, it'll make more sense. I say I was in those same situations. It's crazy. Really? What situations? Which situations? The ones where it's like you have a great Christmas and then like literally like a couple of months later you're like, Mom, I tried to commit suicide, and they're like, everyone has suicidal thoughts. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. I need to stop saying that I'm sorry. I'm not fucking sorry. I'm not. This is how I really feel. And of course people are gonna feel some type of way because they weren't perfect in this situation. I can admit I wasn't perfect. I can admit that I did some dumbass shit. Okay. I can admit that I did some dumb stuff. I can admit that I hurt people along the way. And when I did, I apologized because I don't like hurting people and then being like, ha ha, I hurt you. Now what? I don't want to be like that. So I apologize. And that's what you do when you hurt people. You apologize and say, you know what? I was at a bad place in my life at that time. And I didn't know that that's the vibe that I was giving off to you. So I apologize for how I made you feel. It's not that hard. Sometimes it's hard. It's only hard when you're immature as fuck. That's when it's hard. Is when you have an issue owning up to the fact that you're not perfect. When you're a narcissist, it's hard. It's big of you to apologize. Not many people can do that. Thank you. Thank you. And I have. And it's at this point where I've been through so much, and I've been through so much of people telling me how I feel about things that I'm at this point where I'm like, this is how I feel. And this is what I've been through. And you can't make me feel any other way other than how I want to feel. And it's at this point where I'm just letting it out. In the beginning, I was nervous to do this live because it's about parents, and that's always been a really intimidating topic for me, like really intimidating because it's public. And I always had a fear of like, mom and dad. Well, I don't even talk to my dad, but hey, he could still see this video. And I really don't even give a damn because he haven't been in my life since I was 3. So whatever. I don't care what he thinks. But it's so true. Maturity comes with age and allows you to evaluate self. It's true. You're right. You're right. Maturity, I would say sometimes maturity comes with age for some people. I'm so sassy. I'm just like, for some people, because some people I don't feel like wisdom comes with age. Maybe maturity, but not wisdom. Because there's people, y'all know who I'm talking about, who just don't, they'll literally be 60, 70 and still don't have wisdom. Like you'll be talking to them, waiting for them to educate you, and they don't because they don't know anything. I don't think age comes with wisdom. From my experience, I truly don't believe that. I feel like there are some people who are spiritually advanced at age 17, more spiritually, well, I wouldn't say 17, that's very young, but like I've come across people who are very, very like spiritually aware in their early 20s, way more than somebody who's like 65. Like that, because the age of the soul is there's a whole thing with that, like you can have somebody who's 40, but they have the soul of a 11-year-old. And then you have someone who's 20 and they have the soul of somebody who's 100. I've seen it. Yes, wisdom doesn't come with age, it comes with will after lessons. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I think wisdom is about your ability to learn from your mistakes and apply the lessons that you've learned to the next stages of your life. I feel like if you know that, you have wisdom. To think that people in my past told me that I was unwise. It's funny, isn't it? It's okay. You just have to smile. You just have to smile about it. Because fuck them. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But, I really appreciate y'all. Like, y'all have no idea how much y'all are helping me right now. And I didn't even know that so many people was actually going to join the live. And the whole thing, y'all, before I did this, I was nervous. I started to do it and then I backed out because I'm like, parents, oh my gosh, mom and dad, no, I'm scared. The judgment. It's the judgment. I do have a fear of judgment, just like anybody. Like, I'd be scared. I wouldn't say I'm scared, but intimidated is the word. But then once I actually start talking about the trauma and the pain, and I'm like, I'm doing a good thing. I'm talking about some real shit right here. Then once I start letting it out, I realize I don't care. Like, I really don't. When I'm in it and I know that what I'm saying is helping somebody, all of the fears and the anxiety, it goes out the window. So back to parents. You are all wise here. I feel blessed just be here soaking this in. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That gives me a warm smile on my face. Thank you. I'm glad that I can make somebody's day, you know? And I realize that when you leave a comment like that, it makes me realize like, hell yeah, I need to let it out. Like, hell yeah, I need to make lives talking about what I've been through. Like, hell yeah. I'll be having questions of like, should I talk about this? It's a little too personal. It might come back to me, and then, somebody's like, oh, you're a bad daughter. And, it's all that kind of stuff. It's all these thoughts in your mind, where people might, you fear that people are going to like really make you feel bad for letting this out and being like, how dare you talk about your mom on the internet? You're making people think your mom is a bad person. And like, no, that's not what I'm trying to do at all. I'm just trying to tell my story. I'm trying to heal from my pain. I'm trying to make sense of my pain because a lot of the times I've gone through so much pain and, gaslighting and manipulation and just all that. And I didn't understand any of it. Like, I was like, how come people treat me like this? How come people always treat me like I'm wasting my breath when I talk? And then when I come on live and I talk, it makes more sense to me when I'm able to talk to other people about it. And then they're like, oh my gosh, I had that same experience. Then it makes sense to me. But it doesn't make sense when I just keep the trauma in my head. It doesn't, it just gets it just gets crowded in my mind. And then I don't understand what I've been through. So if anybody asks me, how can you do that on the internet? How can you talk about this on the internet? It's because it makes sense to me. It heals things that I felt like I couldn't heal by myself. It's like therapy. So speaking of therapy, I just finally decided to go back to therapy. Yay! And in the beginning, I was a little bit iffy about my therapist. Just because I've gone to therapy at the same place here before and it sucked. So, the thing I didn't like was that I felt like I really couldn't get my words out. Don't you just hate that? That's the worst kind of therapist. Oh, she's a good therapist, but at the same time, she talked too damn much. God, I hope she doesn't watch this video. I hope she don't come across this video. I hope she don't come across this video and be like, oh, she think I talk too damn much? Oh my god. I thought I was doing a pretty good job. Like, damn, what a bitch. That's how I be feeling. when I be making videos. That's the thing that gives me the most anxiety, is thinking that people in my personal life are gonna watch this and then get their feelings hurt and think that I'm like this monster who wants to exploit my life experiences or exploit their insecurities, or I don't know. I don't know. People come up with all types of stuff, so you know. But anyways, back to the anger towards your parents. Let's talk about that. So, what did I say? What did I say was the number one reason I was angry? It doesn't matter. This is the second reason why I have anger towards my parents. The first one was about feeling like I didn't have a voice, feeling like, you're confused. It's the confusion that your parents make you feel of like, damn, like they give me so much, but in the same instance, they invalidate my emotions and my feelings like it's nobody's business. How am I supposed to deal with that? How am I supposed to cope with that? That's the anger for me, is that invalidation of my emotions, like whatever. And that's the thing that made me really angry at my mom the other day, was I felt like she kind of had that attitude of like, here you go wanting to talk about your life experiences in your past, and I really wasn't even trying to. But it was like that treatment of like treating me like like I can't evolve, like I haven't evolved. Like sometimes your parents can stunt your growth and they talk to you like you're still a teenager when I'm almost 30, you know? And that's the thing that makes me angry, is when they talk to you like, what do you know? You're too young to have emotional pain and you're too young to have trauma and blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, no, I think 27 is old enough. Because if somebody can experience trauma at 5 years old, why the hell is 27 too old? I mean, why the hell is 27 too young? That doesn't make any sense to me. And it never makes sense when somebody says you're too young to understand stress. That doesn't make any sense. It's stupid. What about a child who literally got kicked out at 14 and they have nowhere to go and they're like damn near struggling for their life? You gonna say that's not stress because they're 14? Stupid. It's stupid. Yeah, let's call it for what it is. It's stupid. Okay? I'm eating one of these nasty grapes. It tastes like cotton candy, but like cotton candy that's been sitting in the back of a store for a long time. Thank you, Master Blair, for the hundreds. Okay, you really should express the most of you. Hold on. Damn thing, pop up. Why is it not popping up? I was trying to read your comment. Okay. You said you really should express the most of you. You're very natural in your being. Thank you. Thank you, Yasmin. You're making me feel all warm inside. So, and this also has been I've been sent messages from spirit, from God, that that has been saying that I'm meant to be in the spotlight and that I'm meant to, be a public figure. And this was during my hermit mode. Like I've been in hermit mode for a minute. And I was watching one of them videos, like Taurus tarot video, whatever. I don't do tarot, like I don't read tarot for people, and I don't have my tarot cards. I got rid of them, but this is something I felt like God wanted me to watch. And she was saying, you're meant to be in the spotlight. It's time for you to get out of hermit mode, accept that you need to be seen, blah, 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 blah. And I had to kind of take that in, because I was like, I don't want to go back out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to show my face out there. Like, I don't want to deal with people, because I've been through so much that it's like, I kind of got this thought in my mind of like, the way that I want to deal with people is like very isolated. Like, deal with people in this environment, go home. Deal with people this way, go home. Like, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. To all you introverts out there, I hope that makes sense. Instead of just like constantly dealing with like all types of people, I feel like you have to be ready to deal with all different types of personalities. But yeah, I got some good things coming up in my life, and I'm very thankful for. I think we're going to constantly come across people that try to invalidate our feelings. Is part of the reason why we have to form a definite self internally that can help us through that. That's true. You speaking it. You are definitely speaking it, and keep speaking it. That's the truth. That's definitely the truth. There's always gonna be somebody out there, and that's the thing, with the invalidation of feelings. I haven't only dealt with that from parents. I also dealt with that from, other authority figures. Like when I stayed at homeless shelters and the authority figures and the staff, because these places were cults. They actually turned out to be cults. I wouldn't say satanic cults, but it kind of felt like that sometimes. But like just a cult. Like a cult is like when a group of people come together and it's like they all are forced to think the same. And that one person, if you think differently than the rest of the group, they'll shun you and kick you to the side and make you feel like, you know, you're an outcast and that you're doing something wrong. But anyways, in those shelters, I've come across authority figures that definitely invalidated my feelings a lot. And it just was like, damn, like I leave home, which is a place where my feelings have been invalidated by my parents, by my siblings, blah, blah, blah. Like, I really felt like my feelings were really, really invalidated a lot. Like, I was secretly going through a lot behind closed doors, and I felt like nobody cared, which is not true. It just felt that way. I felt like my family didn't care when they really did. It just didn't feel like that at the time. So I leave home and deal with all that, and then I go to a shelter where they're doing the same thing, where they're like, you know, you don't really feel this pain, or you're just being dramatic, or you're just exaggerating. And then I'm telling them, like, I love my mom, but she's not the easiest person to deal with. And you try to tell people that, and they're just like, oh, the reason why you're not at home right now is because you were just disrespecting your mom, and you're just such a disrespectful kid, and and they never even gave me a chance to even explain what I had been through and what made me want to be disrespectful. And I didn't really feel like I was being disrespectful. And I could see how people could perceive me that way. Like there's times when I was disrespectful, but it was because I felt like respect wasn't given to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to be disrespectful towards you unless you're disrespectful towards me first. And so that's the way I see it. And when I'm disrespectful towards parents and authority figures, it's like you treated me like I was a nobody first. So now I'm mad and I'm pissed and I'm going off on you. And then you're like, oh, you're so disrespectful. You should just tolerate me treating you like crap. That's the best way to go in life. How dare you stand up for yourself? How dare you feel that you don't deserve to be treated like a slave? How dare you? You know? People don't like us Tauruses when we speak the truth. They don't like people who don't like Tauruses, I guarantee you, are also people who don't like the truth. Okay, see, that's why I don't speak to people who are not spiritually inclined or developed. You said it. I'm sorry, I clapped really hard, but you said it. Those people, that's why I had an issue with Christianity, because it was always the Christian homeless shelters that would invalidate my spiritual beliefs. Like, I personally don't eat beef or pork for spiritual reasons. Okay, I don't eat beef or pork for spiritual reasons. And because it's not healthy for you. It causes a lot of physical diseases and stuff in the long run. I don't eat beef and pork. And the people are looking at me like, oh, you're just trying to get special treatment. We can't feed you non-pork like food. You're just trying to get special treatment. Oh, it's not real. You're just making stuff up. And I'm like, God damn. Like, how stupid could you be? Like, it's a whole wave of veganism going on across the freaking globe right now, especially in America. I'm not in other countries, but I know that in America, a lot of us are going vegan because we are finally waking up to the truth that if you eat animals, you're eating negative energy, because a lot of those animals were slaughtered and wrongfully slaughtered. And their baby chickens was taken away from them, just ripped away from them, and they're depressed, and you're eating that energy. And that's the truth. And I was judged for knowing the truth. It's hard. It's hard to be a genius. Honestly, it's hard to be intelligent. It's hard to be spiritually aware. Because people would definitely judge you for knowing more than them, and they don't even know it. They think that, damn it, get right, camera span. Good Lord. Good Lord. I know, I need a whole different setup, y'all. I know, don't judge me. It was perfectly fine at first. Okay, there we go. Okay, what was y'all saying? Let me read this. You say, people think questioning adults is disrespectful, but it's the nature of children. That's how they learn. Exactly. Exactly. And I just wanted to stop being seen as being disrespectful and be seen as somebody who just is unique and different. And I don't want to submit to some bullshit. Like this don't feel right to me spiritually. I feel spiritually violated. Stop. Don't do that. I don't like the way it makes me feel. And then they keep doing it. And you stand up for yourself and they make you feel like, what a disrespectful bitch. How dare she not let me spiritually molest her? I mean, that's what it is at the end of the day. Excuse my language, but it's spiritual molestation. When people, you're in a shelter and you're standing up for your spiritual beliefs. Imagine if I was like Muslim or something, and like I was Buddhist or something, and I had a certain religion where I'm not allowed to eat beef and pork because of that religion. And then people are like, screw that religion, go be Christian and do what Christians do. Like, that's blasphemy. To me, that's blasphemy. I don't know about anybody else, but I feel like that's blasphemy. To tell somebody to deny their religion that they believe in and convert to yours, that's a whole nother story for another day. But anyways, I said exactly, I'm sorry about our people. I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry, but our people need to leave religion alone. It causes separation in our community and hypocrisy. Oh, yeah. A lot of hypocrisy amongst the Christians. Now, I was raised Christian and I do read the Bible every now and then, and I do follow along with some basic Christian principles. What do you mean complete disrespect? Are you talking about the people in the shelters? Yeah, they were very disrespectful. Like they will not, they don't care. They don't care. They did not have empathy towards me and my spiritual beliefs. They made me feel like I was an idiot for what I believed in. Like, you're so much better because you eat meats that have been known to cause cancer. Like, you're so much better than me because of that. Wow. I don't get it. Like, there's a thing where people think vegans deem themselves superior. Like, there are people who think that people who are vegan, they think that we think we're better because we don't eat meat. I do eat meat, I just don't eat beef and pork. And there was a time when I was vegan. And there's people who think vegans are disrespectful, vegans are arrogant and cocky. But there's also pork eating people who think they are better because they eat beef and pork. Like, they think they're better. They're like, look at those stupid vegans. Like that's their attitude. Like, look at me. I can eat red meats and I still can be happy and I don't have to deal with anxiety and depression and blah blah blah. And it's all in your head. But whatever. Whatever. I'll be mad though. Y'all be mad. I'd be so bothered. I really want to be one of those chill, unbothered people who's just like, oh, people will be people. But I'm very opinionated and I feel like there's a lot of bullshit going on. Okay. That's just how I feel. Like, how are there thousands of religions, but yours is the right one? Exactly. Exactly, y'all. Y'all. Read that comment. Read that comment. How? How are there so many religions, but you think that yours is superior to everybody else's? That to me is dangerous. That's like me thinking that I'm superior because I'm a woman, or thinking I'm superior because of my race. That's the same thing to me. It's toxic. It's dangerous. I'm not better than you because I'm black. I'm not better than you because I have a vajudi. No, and you're not better than me because you believe in Jesus. There's some people that they believe in Jesus like figures. Every religion has a Jesus like figure, and they're all talking about what they call Christ consciousness or the sacred secretion. That's what they're talking about. But anyways, that's another video for another day. But yeah, did I get me on this thing for a whole hour? I guess is what I needed. I didn't know, but I needed it. Show of hands, who would be interested in me doing live birth chart readings again? Because I used to do live birth chart readings like every now and then, but I kind of was like, will they really want that? Like, are they going to show up? Like, do they care? So if y'all are interested in me doing live birth chart readings again, let me know. I said hypocrisy stains this world, but yeah, I'm sorry you ever had to be in a shelter. Hold on. Excuse me. I'm sorry I had to be in a shelter. I've had times where that was my only option, as I've never had any sort of support from family, be it financial. Yeah, that wasn't even that long ago when I was in the shelter. Religions have more similarities versus differences. Exactly. There's some religions that are similar. Oh, you can, okay, you say yes to the live birth chart readings. Okay. Okay. If I get at least 3 people in this chat that say yes to live birth chart readings, I will definitely do that. Maybe tomorrow. And those places are cold and can definitely intensify pain being around all those energies. Oh, you said it. It was painful being there. I felt like such a misfit. I felt like an outcast. And it is the worst thing, y'all. It is the worst thing when you feel like a misfit and you feel like an outcast because you're intelligent. That's always been me. Growing up in school, I was treated like I was a misfit because I like to read books. You know when you're like the teacher's pet and people judge you because you're a nerd and you got 4 eyes and you like to you like to gain knowledge. They're judging you because you like to gain knowledge. And when I was in the shelter, I was just saying, I want to learn about other religions. I want to know the complete and total spiritual truth. I don't just want to read one book out of a million and act like that I've gained all the knowledge that I needed. The library has thousands of books, but we're going to only pick one book and act like that's the only book we need to read. That's how I felt. I'm not against the Bible at all because I read the Bible on a regular basis. I think the Bible is great, but I still want to learn about other cultures and religions. My mom was extremely religious, and when I started to get spiritual, she judged me at first, but after she saw me becoming a better person, now she goes around telling everyone my daughter is an empath. That's funny. That is funny. That is funny to me. It be like that. That's why they say instead of trying to teach somebody, just lead by example. And you led by example. And I'm proud of you for that. And you should be proud of yourself, as I'm sure you are. That's the thing. Because I can relate to that because I was, telling my mom, like, I'm vegan, I don't really eat meat like that. And yeah, back then I was a little too pushy about it. I will admit to that. But my mom was like, I don't understand you. They're kind of looking at me like I was crazy for wanting to be vegan. And then here she is, a couple of years later, talking about, I watch Tabitha Brown now, who, the black lady with the big hair, the big afro, who like makes only vegan food. She's like, I watch Tabitha Brown now, and I'm thinking about I might want to try some vegan meals. But you was judging me a couple of years ago for being vegan. It'd be like that. It definitely be like that. It definitely be like that. But hey, we all on our journey, and ain't nobody perfect. I'm not perfect. I try not to judge. I definitely have gone back and forth with the whole vegan thing. Wow, y'all, the topic of conversation has really changed because we were talking about parents making us angry. And then we're talking about veganism and empaths and stuff. But it's good that we're not talking about that because I really do want to move past the anger towards my parents, and I don't want to make that the topic of my life. I don't want to like always feel that. I really do want to look at my mom and be like, wow, what an amazing woman. Like I really do. I want to be able to look at her and be like, despite all the pain that she has inflicted on me, and despite all the times where she made me feel like I couldn't believe in myself, she's still a good person. And I love her. And that's how I want to, view my mom. That's the kind of relationship that I want with her. And it's been a long, long time. And I really tried, y'all. I really tried to have that type of relationship. Maybe one day I will. I will. Definitely. I'm not going to always have this anger, because it makes me feel icky. Like being angry all the time can make you feel icky. Like, it really does. Like, it really does. I find myself going on angry rants all the time. And then when I go on these angry rants by myself, I feel like, damn, that was a little harsh. And then I feel gross. I feel like I'm being mean. Okay, so sometimes the best thing for us is distance. And you said it. And I'm currently working on creating that distance. And I have a couple of things in my life that is going good. I got a couple of job interviews, working in environments that I actually really prefer to work in. I'm excited. I hope that I get at least one of them, and the pay is good, and I'm just excited for the things that are coming in my life because I feel a change. I've definitely been elevating a lot, y'all. Like I've definitely been elevating, and just doing this, it makes me feel like I really got to go live more often.
Every time I go live, I think that, but then I don't even go live as much as I could. I think it's because sometimes I feel like y'all looking at my channel like, damn, she got so much different content. Like, where is the consistency? In 1 minute she posting about the toxic Virgo boyfriend. 1 minute she posting about astrology and funny astrology videos, and now she's talking about her parents. Like, what the fuck? Hey, Jupiter is going into Taurus. Okay, I'm a Taurus. I don't really know what that means. Like, I mean, I've been studying astrology for a very long time, but I still some stuff I don't know yet. Thank you, Yasmin. Thank you for the wishes and the prayers. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Um, wow, I've been in this chat for an hour and 11 minutes. Okay. Anybody else want me to do live birth chart readings? No. Yes. Yes. Yay. Nay. I do want to do live birth chart readings. I do. I do want to do it. Whenever I do it, I really enjoy it. So yeah, I'm gonna do it soon, but I just want to know that y'all gonna show up because there's been a couple of times where I went live doing birth chart readings and nobody showed up, and I felt embarrassed. So yeah, you say yes, yes to live birth chart readings. Okay, there's two people. We need one more person, y'all. One more person to say that they want me to do some live birth chart readings. And if I get that third person, I will go live this week. I will do a live birth chart reading this week. What's today? Monday. Hey, I loved your video on Lilith for Gemini and Taurus. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. That's confirmation, y'all. That's confirmation. I'll have my notifications turned on. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. That's confirmation. That's confirmation. That's confirmation. Okay. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do some live birth chart readings. What's today? Today is Monday. So be expecting for me to go live between tomorrow and Friday. Okay. I don't know what day. So I may announce what day. Maybe by tonight, maybe by tomorrow, but I'm thinking I'll either do a live birth chart reading tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. So somewhere between Tuesday and Friday, I'm going to do a live birth chart reading. Okay, so expect that. Well, thank you. What's your name? Germ the Magi. Well, thank you. We got another yes. Thank you, Violet Fairy. Thank you. You have to keep showing up. The people will come. If they don't get used to seeing you go live, they won't come. Um. Okay. Okay, I'll take that in. I'll definitely take that in. I definitely don't go live as much as I should. I used to be on it, y'all. Like I used to be posting all the time. But it do make you feel some type of way when you post a lot and then you don't get a lot of views because you feel like people don't care. You know? And like I care. I care about my content. I love making people laugh. I've been getting these comedy skits out as much as I can. But my last couple of comedy skits, I've gotten views, but it wasn't as much as I wanted. I know I shouldn't care. I really shouldn't. It's really not about the views. It's not about the money. It's just about like making people feel good and connecting with people. So I definitely need to stay in this frequency and stay in this energy because it makes the weight, like the emotional weight, it makes it so much lighter for me. And y'all do that for me. You know, when I'm in my room, isolating myself from the world, feeling angry, feeling bitter, feeling hurt. It's just the thoughts that just sit in my head and I feel stuck. But when I come on live and I talk to y'all about what I'm going through, it's like I start laughing and I start smiling and I just feel happier. Like I don't feel as angry. Like I really feel like when I let it out to people, I realize how silly this stuff is that I like be angry about. So thank y'all for that. Like y'all really are helping me. So please show up to my lives more because y'all really are helping. Y'all helping another soul on this planet. You said you've been on YouTube since 2008. Okay, you know a little something. Okay, man. Master Glam, do you are you like a YouTuber? Like, do you YouTube? Do you have content? Like, what if so? What is your content about? Germ the Magi says, "Thank you for saying my name right." LOL. What is my rising in Venus? Now, these are the questions I like. I like astrology questions, and that shows me I need to do a live birth chart reading, maybe today. My rising is in Virgo. I got a Virgo rising. I used to hate my Virgo rising, y'all. I used to wish that I had a different rising, but I have a Virgo rising. And my Venus is in another Mercury sign, which is Gemini. So I'm a Mercury baby. Yeah, that's why I talk so damn much. I really don't. That's the wild thing about it. Oh, look at the cute little white puppy. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry. The neighbors are taking a walk and I got this cute white puppy out there. But anyways, people are working, tending to kids, etc. Like I watched you watch. I wanted to watch you love when it started, but I got caught up in other stuff and it wasn't until I got there I saw it again. It's okay. I mean, I understand people got lives. I don't expect for everybody to watch me. You know what I'm saying? Like I know y'all got things y'all gotta do. Is that I have content on astrology and study this deeply. Okay. I'm gonna have to watch y'all videos. LMAO, same. I have a Capricorn rising, but I'm an Aquarius. How does that make sense? Yeah, Capricorn and Aquarius, y'all different. That's different. But Capricorn and Aquarius, y'all do have a lot in common, whether you realize it or not. I feel like Capricorns actually have a heart. Sorry, Aquariuses. Okay, nice to know. I know you have your Mars and Aries from watching your videos, so keep doing your thing, love. Thank you. Thank you, boo boo. I definitely will try to keep up with it. You said you did beauty stuff, vlogs. This is when people used to have the long videos and people have no backgrounds and intros. Okay. So you've been doing it. You the OG. Like you the OG. You one of the, one of the older YouTubers. I've been on YouTube since 2018. Yeah. 2018 was when I created this channel and when I posted my very first YouTube, my very first YouTube video. It was 2018. That feels like a long time to me. I've been on YouTube for a minute. And I'm just sometimes I look at my subscribers and I am thankful that I'm at 4,100 subscribers. But I'd be like, damn, I've been on this mug for like almost 5 years and I'm still at 4,000. But I know how YouTube works. And you could literally I just watched a video of a girl who was talking about her name is Bria Jones. She's a YouTuber. And she's at like I think 200K. And she was talking about how for like a good 4 or 5 years she had crickets. Like it was just dust bunnies on her YouTube channel. And then boom, at the last year, she got like 100,000 subscribers. So that was super motivating for me. Yeah, you said Capricorn and Aquariuses are very similar. I'm a Capricorn rising as well. Okay. Wait, are you the only person who said you got a Cap rising? Did somebody else say they had a Capricorn rising? Okay, yeah. I feel like because Capricorns and Aquariuses both can be like insensitive sometimes, but I really do feel like Capricorns are very sweet. Aquariuses can be very sweet too, though. I need to make a video talking about. Oh yes, I did. I already made a video talking about that. I was about to say I need to make a video talking about my sexual experiences with the signs, but yeah, I haven't talked about all of them though. But y'all, I got so much stuff I want to do, but I've been kind of procrastinating. I want to work more on my paintings, my poetry. I want to write a novel one day, y'all. I want to go back to school. Like it's so much stuff I want to do. But how do you do it all in one lifetime? Now, yeah, I think I'm gonna do a live birth chart reading soon. I think I'm gonna get prepared for that. I don't know. I might even do it today, but I don't know. Maybe not today. Yeah, okay, so you got okay Capricorn rising. Okay, so you got an Earth rising like me. I have a Virgo rising. Okay. Well, it's been good. It's been really good talking to y'all. Okay, you got a Capricorn and oh, you got a Capricorn moon. Damn, you got a lot of Capricorn. How do you cope? How do you deal with it? How do you deal with life? Isn't life just so hard for you? That's how I feel with that Capricorn energy. Like Capricorn is like, cause Saturn is like the planet of like restrictions and limitations. So I'm like, damn, I've got a Cancer moon, so it softens me a bit. Oh, Cancer moon. Cancer moons be like, oh my gosh, I have so many feelings, but I just don't want people to know I have so many feelings. That's Cancer moon right there. But then the emotion just spills out, and they have no choice but to expose how emotional they are. Thank you, Master Glam, for the hearts. Yeah, y'all. I see y'all. Y'all want to talk about astrology, and so that means I really do need to do live birth chart readings. Like we really do need to make some more astrology lives, like without a doubt. Oh, you said it is. What is hard? Yeah, well, Capricorn and Saturn though. Right. I'm sorry. That just the thought of that just kind of gives me a headache. Like I can only imagine what that's like. I don't know. That's just how I feel when I look at that. Like Capricorn energy, Saturn and Capricorn energy, because Saturn rules Capricorn. That can be some heavy energy. So yeah, I love astrology, y'all. Cap on all generational planets except Pluto. Damn, you got your Capricorn in all your planets except Pluto. Whew, at least it's not in Pluto. Looking forward. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know what date, but what would be a good date for y'all? Maybe Friday? Because I feel like Friday is like the day where everybody's just kind of like chilling. I don't know. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I do have a couple job interviews coming up, so I'm gonna be a little busy in the beginning of the days. And I prefer to go live when the sun is out because the lighting is good and I don't have to worry about setting up lighting or anything. Lighting, I love this lighting, y'all. Like this lighting invigorates me, you know. So, God, wow. Anyways, you ever just have a moment where you just think about yourself and like how you talk? Like I just had a moment where I'm like, wow, I'm such a nerd. Like, wow, I'm such a freaking nerd. Anyways, I'm sorry. I'm just still thinking about the Pluto joke I just made. But anyways, I'm glad that y'all joined this live. Oh my gosh, I got 6 thumbs up. It's like, yes, I love your videos. Keep coming on. Keep doing your thing. Thank you. And I will. I will. I'm gonna get prepared for these live birth chart readings. But anyways, you said wish you the best with your interview. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna take that energy. I'm definitely gonna take that energy, that positive energy, and just walk into my interview. You know, so thank you. I really do want at least one of these jobs. It's 2 interviews. And I don't want to talk about it yet because I'm not really ready to talk about that yet. I will talk about it later on though. But I just want it to work out first before I talk about it. So yeah, I'm excited. I have an interview tomorrow and I have another interview the day after. And I'm really excited because these are jobs that are finally out of retail and fast food. Okay, doing something that I really want to do with my life, something that I'm passionate about. So I'm very excited for it. And I know it's going to work out. It's definitely going to work out. You got to speak positivity into your life. So yeah, thank y'all for joining this live. Like, I really, really enjoyed this live, and I didn't expect to. Like, I was nervous to even go live because it's about parents, the horrors, right? So, thank you. Thank y'all so much for joining this live, and thank you for the thumbs up, and thank y'all for the love and the positive comments. I really do. I really did need that. So, I'm gonna go now, but bye bye. Take care of yourselves. Love yourself. Love life. Bye bye.